The key to mastering and like everything is really balance, right? Because I was talking to my good friend the other day, and we are just talking about how, like, hey, this decade right here, you want to dominate every arena. That's what really being great is. You know, it's not just like, hey, I'm great at my job and I have this, and then physically or my health, whatever it is, I suck. I'm not consistent at doing, eating well, working out, whatever it is. The key is really being able to have that discipline to put in that specific effort and everything, right? I've written about like passion. Passion is, if you look up the actual definition, it's an uncontrollable, unbearable emotion, right? So meaning, people are all about, I want to follow my passion, this and that, but if you think about it, it's like I'm following an emotion or something that I can't really control. It's pretty much controlling me. That's why I'm doing these things. But the true power or strength is when you could really sharpen that and like put it and control it to where you want to apply it, right? And like direct it. So it's really like knowing that this thing excites me and I know how to refine it and make it sharp enough to go in this direction that I've been, told or called or asked to do through my revelation, my faith, my clarity, whatever homework you did to get you there. But the main thing that I'm getting at here is really about being able to apply that in every single area that you're doing, so it's not working and then having a poor relationship with my family, or being all about my family here and then my finances suck or this and that. It's all these arenas together that you put together and you're great at. Your greatness is how great you are in every area. You're only as strong as the weakest link, right? They say that like in team sports, but as an individual, it's the same thing, so you're only as strong as your weakest area. So if your weakest area is your patience, or if it's your relationship, whatever it is, that's going to affect your greatest area, right? Your work, everything's going to be capped based on that. So the key is being able to, one, clarify what those areas are for you. What are your main areas? Two, it's really knowing how to dive in, right? And going deep enough to move something, but not getting lost in that depth and losing sight of the other areas. You want to be able to manage all of it. And that's the key. That's what makes somebody great, so they have a great faith. They could dive in deep in their faith. They work it, they're in there, but they don't lose sight of the work that they have to do. Like, hey, I have to really work at this, or I have this responsibility or this deadline here, or I have to be punctual to my child's PTA meeting or whatever it is, and greatness is being able to like handle all those things together, and it's one, clarifying what those things are for you. Two, it's going to be, hey, this is what I want these things to be, or how I want them to be. Physically, I want to have a lean six-pack. I want to eat well. My energy wants to be like this. I want to have this kind of relationship with my wife. Make sure I have a great relationship with my parents, my siblings, my friends. I'm in touch with them. At the same time, I want to thrive in my business. I want to build my business to this. I want to have X amount of streams of income. I want to make sure I have these investments. I want to have time to travel. I want to also read. You have all these different things that you want to do. And it's really like, it's up to you. How great can you be to clarify all these things and then put in the effort for all these things to perform at a high level and function well? That's greatness. That's what great is. So my challenge and prayer for you today is really just, hey, I pray you have balance. I pray you have clarity to really understand what your priorities are, what it is you're going for, and how you want them, and the awareness to dive in and step out and move and balance all of this. It's not a science, it's more an art. And I think that's the biggest thing you want to remember. It's art, not science. People always think about, oh, I just got to do this, and it makes this. It's like, no, it's art. It's not gonna be the same way I draw it. It's not gonna be the same way your best friend or your mom or your sister or whoever it is draws it. It's gonna be your own drawing. And it's your beauty. No artwork's gonna look the same, but they're all gonna have their own beauty. So how you mix it together is all on you, but find that rhythm that works for you. It's an art, so work on your art.